Live.
Back at you with another Wednesday to provide Carnage Unleashed. As always, with the boys, Zach, Kev, Connor, and today's special guest, Diamond. How you doing today?
I'm doing really good. How are you guys?
Doing great.
Hanging in there.
Yeah, everybody but Zach is great. I think. I
Yeah.
know Zach isn't great. I'll say that. I want to speak to everybody.
Allergies, they're taking all the fields and stuff off out, the cornfields, beans, all that stuff. It tears me up. Forgot my allergy medicine this morning, and now I'm regretting it.
Oh, I thought you were saying you were sad about it. You're like, yeah, man, another crop of beans is gone.
Yeah, it just got me all emotional and stuff.
I'm just really emotional about
I
it.
hate to see him go. Connor, how about you, buddy? How you doing over there in Piqua, right?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Just happy to be here and talking about more UFC and MMA and all kinds of combat sports. It's my favorite thing to do is talk. So I'm happy to be here as always.
And I am also happy to be here, Zach. And I'm still riding the high off of BPW from this weekend. So it's nice to take a break from the editing and the commentary to hang out with you guys and Diamond. And then I will be right back in the booth, which is just this chair with a different app pulled up. But I'm excited.
I can't wait to see that footage. That footage is going to be awesome. That was a great show this past weekend. Just phenomenal. The stunts and everything that they did, the storyline, it's great. They're doing a great job over there. So I'm looking forward to all of that. But Diamond, you've got something special and something new kind of getting cooked up around this area. We wanted to talk to you a little bit about what you're planning and what you're doing moving forward with Ruthless Made Promotion.
Yeah, so I'm always trying to outdo myself, like every show, because I'm in a competition of my own always. So this weekend I'm putting on a 2 boxing ring event, 20 bouts per ring. Because bring on the hard work and the ADHD a little bit. So I'm trying to bring a bigger show always. So that's what I'm doing this weekend.
That's awesome. With that, you kind of explained it was kind of like a tournament type of style. Could you explain that to the viewers a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So with me, trying to be, bringing a better, officiating, atmosphere, like a better, just all around, with me going to nationals, trying to see how much we're behind as a Ohio LBC. What I'm trying to do is, introduce the area that I'm in, into learning how to be in a tournament. So a lot of the amateur boxers right now are so used to doing 1-day events, 1 boxing ring event. So honestly, what I'm trying to do is baby step the intro version of having a tournament based style event. So I know my event's a 1-day event, but very soon I'm gonna have a multi-day, multi-ring event. So I'm just baby stepping the area, getting them acclimated. So when I do throw my biggest event, it's not going to be strange. It's going to be a more welcoming event. So that's what I'm doing.
Okay. I've never been to a nationals or anything like that. So when you do a tournament style, are they fighting multiple times in one day, or is it
No.
it's spread over a couple days?
So with USA Boxing, you're only able to compete 1 time a day, unless it's Olympic style. So yeah, so it's just going to be a one time competition. Ooh, there is a cop right there. We're solid. Eliana, here, you hold this and face it towards me. So we're basically just like teaching everybody like basically like what to do, how to do, when to do. All the competition, all the boxing competitors are competing one time. So we have over 40 bouts planned at this moment, and it is honestly like very amazing. It's going to be 2 rings almost at the same time. 1 ring is going to start 2 bouts before, and then it's going to kind of stagger. We have more adults, not a lot of children on this one. So it's going to be all belt. It's going to be amazing. I'm introducing the first time ever orange belts to the scene. So I'm really excited about that.
Oh, okay. Orange belts. I like that.
Yeah. So the furs on the inside is fully customized. It's amazing. These belts are pretty much like 7 to 8 pounds. So we're excited about that.
Ooh, nice. I can't wait to
Yeah.
look at those. You'll see me over there snooping by the belts. If you're ever looking for me pre-show and I'm not at a commentary desk, I'm probably scoping out the hardware because that's as close as I'll ever
Thank
get
you.
to one. And those look
Yeah.
great. I'm excited. I can't wait. And I know it'll be a good looking show. You always put a ton of effort into just the display and the stage and everything. So is it still going to have that same flair that you usually have, or because you're doing it as like a tournament setup, are you kind of focused more in that area this time?
Well, you're gonna have to find out. You're gonna have to show up. You're gonna have to find out. I can't spill the beans. The best thing about myself is I don't even know until the day of. I don't know how much Diamond is gonna diamond and put her mark on there. I'm talking about myself in third person because now Diamond is totally different from Game Time Diamond. So, you guys already know with all the logistics behind all the putting the wires together and making things actually work on the fly.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I don't know.
Oh, that is great. I'm excited. I'll be interested to look for. I relate to that. Past Kev and future Kev sometimes are not on the same wavelength either. So
Yeah, because I'm smiling now. She is excited now, and then she's going to be a ball of stress then. So we'll see. But honestly, the idea is 2 different entrances for the 2 different boxing rings. It's still going to have like a little bit more flair to it. Obviously, we just have to kind of like separate ring 1 from ring 2. You know what I mean? So what I'm trying to do is take everything that I've been seeing and put my own twist on it. Trying to make it a little bit more entertaining, a little bit more fun. So I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of things that can improve within the national tournaments and other tournaments. So I think what I'm going to do is just trying to like just bring the fun to it. You bring a little bit too much seriousness, and people kind of get bored and drawn out and stuff like that. So boxing's supposed to be a little bit more fun. Boxing's supposed to be as fun as like MMA and UFC and stuff like that. And I haven't really seen anything that's really been piquing my interest as I keep saying ADHD, but all of us who have ADHD, it's really hard to keep our attention span for longer than 2 seconds. So my goal is to keep all of my attention at least for a minute, up to a minute. So if I can focus on something for a whole minute, I think I did my job for the week, for the weekend.
Okay. Now, are you bringing fighters just from this area, or have you pulled from a lot of different areas? Like, have you pulled from Michigan, Indiana, anything like that, or is this going to be more of Ohio-based event with your fighters?
I think the furthest that we've reached out right now is California. I think we have an athlete coming over from there. As far as Philadelphia, Iowa, Chicago, of course, Indiana, Michigan, Ohio, Kentucky, I do believe. So we don't just keep it Ohio. You know what I'm saying? Like we kind of like get the best of the best, to make our shows even, better.
Okay.
Nice. Do you have any, speaking of, do you have any matchups right now that you're most excited about? I know it's going to be hard to pick, I bet, with all of those different fights lined up, but
I couldn't really put my finger on one, honestly. Like, I think all of them are crazy matched. I know I have Kamari Kaiser. His name kind of stands out to me because I know he had plans on turning pro. I know that some of his plans fell through a little bit, so we have what I like to think of as a semi-pro competing on the card because I know that he's just waiting on his big, breakthrough with finding a competing athlete. So I like to think that he's going to be a standout. He's a competitor from Indiana, I do believe, and Money Driven Boxing Club. His brother is his coach. I've seen these guys for the past couple of years now. I've actually cornered his brother a couple of times. I'm really excited to see how the younger brother does, knowing that he's about to turn pro. I'm trying to get his brother matched on them because they're a dynamic duo. They're always on my cards anyway, so I'm excited for them. Honestly, you know me, I like to go ahead and have all these like new amateurs come to the card and really show out their green level experience. But yeah, it's good to have those two. I did have some really good females on the card, but with it being homecoming weekend, kind of like destroyed my card a little bit.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay next time. But yeah, so just getting ready for that. Kamar Kaiser is, I think he's going to be the next upcoming superstar. Honestly, from almost this area. Like I said, he's from Indiana, so with Indiana being close to where I live personally, I like to think that like we're like semi close. But I would like to see him turn pro in the next couple months. Honestly, after this show.
Nice. I love a good Indiana story, Wade. It's my home, my stomping grounds. Love me an Indiana success story.
Yeah, Money Driven Boxing Club is literally one of the toughest teams that's been on my card. The last card I put on round 11, I think all of them walked out with one of my belts. So I mean, they just come through. They make their mark and then they respectfully leave, and I have nothing but respect for the team.
That's awesome. I think it's pretty cool that you're developing this kind of feeling that they don't. So when they actually go to like Golden Gloves tournaments or nationals or whatever, it's not their first time feeling that. They're like, oh yeah, this is totally different than what I'm used to. You're kind of getting them prepared for that.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm trying my hardest to get all these green level amateurs. Like it's not as scary as you think. You just have to be in shape for it. Mine is only like soon it's going to be 2-day event. Soon after that, it's going to be a 3-day event, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I'm really trying to help these guys like go to the next level, because everybody can go to a national tournament. Like Callie Fairchild, like 3 of her fights, more than 3, but a lot of her fights are at nationals. You know what I mean? So you don't have to have like a lot of fights to compete on that. Like it's just another tournament. So
that's awesome. For the viewers, you're going to be throwing this show on this Saturday, the 4th.
Yep, Saturday the 4th. So it's going to be in Lima, Ohio, or Elida, Ohio, which is right outside of Lima. It's going to be at the Apex Sports Zone. It's going to start at 7. Doors open at 6. Weigh-ins are going to be at 4. Ends at 5. $20 at the door. $40 for VIP. Yeah, it's just going to be a fantastic show. I can't wait.
Awesome. I can't wait either. Well, I appreciate you coming on, but before we have you sign off, give me your thoughts on the Crawford-Canelo fight.
Crawford Canelo fight, man, oh my goodness. So like, of course, I'm a diehard Canelo fan, but I knew he just didn't have what it took to go ahead and like win. Crawford wanted it more. He was underdogs always do better. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I like to think that somebody that doesn't have it all always wants it more because they want to have it all. Crawford, every single time he got interviewed, he had that dog in him. Every time that they did like face-offs, he had that dog in him. Canelo, for him, he was complacent with like a payday. I'm not saying that he didn't have the skill set. I honestly just didn't really see that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look at a competitor's eyes, you know they got it. Canelo, he just wasn't awake behind the wheel, personally. I just knew that Crawford, you know, a lot was on his shoulders more than Canelo. Canelo had his legacy, but Canelo, you know, just didn't seem like he was able to keep up. So since I was there, I was there ringside actually watching the entire fights. Um, I just didn't think that Canelo could keep up with Crawford's IQ, Crawford's speed. Crawford had a great game plan, executed it effortlessly. Um, Boxing's not all about physicality. Boxing's also about mentality. And I feel like Crawford got into Canelo's head early on to the rounds. Me as a judge, me not as a pro judge yet, or anything until next year or this coming summer. I feel like Canelo only won 2 rounds out of the rounds that they competed for. And that's just me being generous. I didn't really see him winning as well. Um, I didn't see it. Crawford landed more. He had the better, you know, like everything. So that's my take. I think that he just kind of, I think Crawford understood the assignment, executed it. I think Canelo saw the assignment and bit off more than what he could chew. I guess the saying goes like his eyes were bigger than his stomach. And I think that's basically just what it was. I feel like if he would have prepared harder and not been so complacency in my gym, I talk about it a lot. Just because you won doesn't mean you're done. So I feel like Canelo, you know, I just feel like he was a little bit too complacent.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I watched that fight, struggling to stay awake. I thought,
man, you should have been there. It was electrifying. I'm not gonna lie. Over 70,000 fans in the fucking seats. Like, oh my goodness, it was crazy. We had and my phone died. We had way too many people in the building. You know what I mean? Like, it was amazing meeting all of the people I met, hanging out with people I was hanging out to, going to the after parties and all that fun jazz. It was like really cool to see everybody who I knew that was there and stuff like that. Like, it was like the, you know, like, you know, it was really fun to be there. I was like, there was one guy that was on my card, and his dad was his coach. And the main thing that his dad was saying repeatedly was, "What are you doing?" You know, like, as being a cornerman. So I like kind of busted that out. I'm like, "Canelo, what are you doing?" Like,
yeah, I agree. Canelo went in there with a solidified legacy already, and I don't know. He seems like that dog in him, like, is not there right now. It's just like he's on his way out. He's fulfilled his legacy. Crawford
oh no, he's not done though. Pause on my guy. He's not done. I just think that he's refraining from fighting in that weight class at this moment. I think that weight class was a little bit too much for him. His recent tweet or post basically was like giving the flowers over to Crawford and basically saying that he's not done, that he's just gonna focus on the weight classes that's more so fitting for himself.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa, pause on my guy. He's still my husband. Chill out. So,
Oh no,
chill
I
out.
still think he'll compete. I just think that he is. It's different. You see that dog in people when they're coming up and they got something to prove. Versus you got a
Yeah,
solidified legacy. He's
yeah,
still one of the best to ever do it. Still is probably one of the
yeah.
best to ever do it.
And I'm really excited that they came out with the Netflix, you know what I'm saying, background of both of them, because I didn't really know much about Crawford until that Netflix series.
Yeah, that
So
was
it
pretty
kind
cool.
of made so it kind of made me understand like who Crawford was and stuff like that. So I think that's part of me that's like, dang, now I really want Crawford to win a little bit more than Canelo. But also I love the fact that Canelo is who he is and how he came up. But I'm glad that he wore Omaha and he brought Omaha on his shoulders. Crawford's dad and mom are two very humble people. I hung out with them as well. Very, very nice people. I think at some point I held his belt. I don't know. I was pretty wasted.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
Well, at least you enjoyed yourself, and I could only imagine that atmosphere. It'd be crazy.
Yeah, I'm honest. Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you jumping on, taking some time. You want to let the viewers know again about this weekend and any shout outs you have?
No shout outs, honestly. Well, I guess shout out to my team. Shout out to the workers of Ruthless Made. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying, like my family. October 4th, it's going to be a blowout. It's going to be the last show of Young Garden Boxing Club until 2026. So be there. Starts at 6, $20 to come in. I mean, let's get it. Homecoming, after a homecoming, come watch some people punch each other in the face. Why not?
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks, Diamond.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Carnage Media. Have a good one.
You too.
Thanks, Diamond. See you Saturday. Hey, I'll tell you
Awesome.
what, the Apex Sports Zone is a pretty cool place there too. Wade and I have had to work there.
Yeah.
I think, Zach, we've done a fight or two there too, right? But Zach, normally it's Zach's the guy who's got to climb the rafters to run cords, but Wade and I know the Apex Sports Zone in and out.
Oh, absolutely. Been there for the semi-pro soccer.
That's right, Major League Indoor Soccer, dude. That was great. And it was they are. It's a pro league, all right.
Oh, it's pro league. Okay.
Don't call it a semi.
Just because the team at that time was struggling with it's a professional league. All right.
Professional.
Shout out to the Major League Indoor Soccer, who unfortunately no longer employ us. But that's just because there's no longer a Lima team. All right. Go check them out.
Oh shoot. Well, yeah, I'm excited for this weekend and the fights that are going to be going on. Be cool for those athletes to get that kind of atmosphere before, if they potentially want to go on to the nationals.
I agree. Well, that leads us into our next segment here. UFC 320. I know Connor has been itching to get some comments in about this card. What's your thoughts on this whole card in the first place?
I'm a big fan of this card. It's been a while since I had a pay-per-view. It's been a lot of fight nights in a row, so I've been ready for a pay-per-view. And I mean, a lot of people are excited for the main event, which I am as well. But I think I'm personally might be more excited for the co-main event in Corey Sandhagen and Merab for the bantamweight title. I feel like that fight is going to be very fun, very entertaining. I'm excited for that. There's a lot of good fights on this card. Yuri and Khalil Roundtree is going to be fun. It's a great main card. It's a good card. It's a good pay-per-view to have after having a couple just fight nights. So, like, it's a good big one to have to kind of get back in the swing of pay-per-views. So, I'm really pumped for it.
Yeah, same. I think I've been waiting for some big turning points in some divisions, and
have some title
this
fights.
this is what's going to happen now. So, I mean, there's a couple of fights I wanted to highlight on the prelims. You got Austin Vanderford fighting his second fight in the UFC. He came over from Bellator.
Yeah.
AKA Mr. Van Sant.
Yeah, I say he's with Paige Van Sant. Yeah. Yep.
I think he's one of the few coming over from Bellator that's actually showing the promise. He
because they didn't throw him into the deep end like they did everybody else. That's why they're letting him build up, which is how it should be done.
Yep. Get his toes in the water. He came in with a KO. So looking to build upon his debut win by KO. And then on the other hand, you got Patchy Mix, who came in from Bellator as well, and probably in the running for worst debut of all time in the UFC.
Pretty rough, yeah. He's definitely up there. Kept that stigma of the Bellator guys can't hang in the UFC.
Yeah.
Really
I was expecting a little more, to be honest, but he looked like he didn't know how to fight. Like he stood there the whole fight. Did you watch that one?
Yes, I did. Yeah, that one was rough.
Yeah, so he's taking on a debut guy now. So probably what he should have did when he came in.
That's how they should have started it.
Guy from Poland, who's a former, what was it, like KSW, I think it is, former KSW champ over there. It's Poland's biggest promotion over there. So
yeah,
should be a competitive match, and hopefully Patchy Mix gets his head out of his ass and fights. Because
let's hope.
Yeah.
he talked a big game before his last fight and then did absolutely nothing. So
yeah,
he better pick it up now.
I feel like he didn't even try for a shot or nothing. Like
no, he's getting pieced up by Mario Batista.
Yeah,
wild.
It is wild. Those are the two I wanted to highlight there on the prelims. I have another big name too is Edmund Shabazian.
Yep.
He'll be fighting as well. And then it goes into the main card. I think this main card is pretty stacked.
It's a good main card.
It is a great main card. It's opening up with Joe Pyfer versus Magomedov. And that's going to be a barn burner.
I love watching Joe Pyfer.
I do too, man. He comes to finish every single fight.
Like some of his knockouts, he won't even set it up. He'll his hand will be pulled back like it's glowing just to throw it. I'm like, he don't even set nothing up. He just knows if it touches you, you're gonna go out. It's great.
I know. He comes in like that. Why oughta?
Oh yeah. And as soon as it touches them, they're done.
Yeah. The power behind his punches, man, at middleweight. He's a big middleweight, too.
He's huge. He's massive, dude.
Huge middleweight. So that one is going to that's going to set the tone, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
And then jumps into Josh Emmett versus Zalal. Emmett, man, he's older. I think he's going for his last run here to try to get a belt again, or a belt finally. But he comes with some power too. If you watch him, he at featherweight too.
Yeah, don't let him catch you. Yeah, he catches you. It's very similar to Joe Pyfer. That dude catches you, you're gonna be hurting.
Yeah. If you want to see his power, go look up Josh Emmett versus Bryce Mitchell, and you'll see him almost. You'll witness a murder.
Yeah, you'll see. Oh my God.
So that should be a great one. I always like watching Josh Emmett because he just puts on.
Oh yeah, it could be over in a second.
Yeah, great exciting fights. Get you on the edge. Like,
are you trying to tell me he's got old man strength?
He does.
I'd say so.
I mean, he's only 40.
He does. But man.
The old dude's been keeping up though this year.
Yeah, I know. There's been a lot of people fighting into their 40s now, so I don't know what they're drinking or that UFC.
It's that TB12 method, dude. They got like guacamole ice cream and Tom Brady's stretching guy.
Nice.
Tom Brady's stretching guy.
That just means, hey, Ohio, change your rules. 35. They don't need extra testing. Bump up to 40.
There you go.
There we go. That's all I'm
Here we go. Zach back in the game too while we're at it.
Heavyweight division, here I come.
So this card is going to determine a lot about light heavyweight. This goes into Yuri Prochazka versus Khalil Roundtree. This is going to be a title eliminator. Like, whoever wins this fight will end up facing the winner of Ankalaev Pereira, in my opinion.
My only knock on maybe not that is just because of what Carlos Alberg just did to Dominic Reyes over the weekend with his knockout over Reyes. They might try to put some fresh faces in there and slide in Alberg. But maybe they'll give Alberg like the loser of that fight, maybe, or something like that. I think that could be fun. Because
you do need some fresh faces in there.
Because Pereira, if say he wins the belt back, he's beaten both Roundtree. He beat Yuri twice, and then he already beat Roundtree. So that'd be, I don't think they would run Pereira Prochazka 3 would be wild after getting knocked out twice by Pereira. It'd be crazy.
Yeah, those aren't the kind of trilogies we usually call for.
Yeah. But I mean, every time those two fight, it's fireworks every time, so it'll sell no matter what. It's gonna sell.
Oh yeah, Yuri's only ever lost to Pereira in the UFC.
Yep.
That's
going to continue. That's my prediction. I'm not getting this one. I'm not betting against him this time for the rest of the year. So this last fight.
Just this last fight.
Yeah. We'll try it again next year, but no, it's the only prediction you're getting out of me, Wade.
The crazy thing though is both Yuri and Roundtree both are coming off a win versus Jamal Hill. So yeah,
I think it's
Pereira
a fight, man.
I think Pereira just like derailed Hill's career.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I don't think Jamal Hill is ever that good, in my opinion. I mean, he beat Glover Teixeira, and you want to talk about guys that are old. He beat up Glover Teixeira, and then after that, it went downhill. He lost to Yuri, lost to Roundtree, lost to Pereira, lost 3 in a row. So,
yeah, I didn't think that Hill was that crazy good.
No, I didn't either.
He is tough as heck, though. I remember
he's a tough guy.
His first loss, he freaking
to Paul Craig with the armbar. Oh, that one is wild.
Snapped his arm, and he just
kept going.
Brushed it off, and
he sits there, and it's like dangling. Like, oh, it's so bad. It's horrible.
Yeah, that was bad. But that's going to be a firefight. I'm looking forward to that. Roundtree. I mean, he had a freaking war with Pereira, so.
I think I got Roundtree in that one. I think I'm going to go Roundtree. I don't know.
Roundtree?
Feeling, yeah. I got a feeling.
Hey, there we go. We'll put something on it.
There we go. I'll go Roundtree.
I am going to go Roundtree as well with you.
There you go.
You guys, right, I've been where you are. I've been where you are right now.
You got to pick now. We got to get everybody in on this.
You guys are all picking.
No, I'm the only Yuri, and those two are Roundtree.
Oh no, I'm definitely going with Yuri though. Because
hey, let's go.
All right, we're split. We're split now.
Split.
We are. No, I'm going with Yuri, definitely.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll see where we're at. We'll regroup next Wednesday. See who's there.
That leads us into the co-main events. I really like this fight.
I love this fight.
Man, I feel like people sleep on Corey Sandhagen, and
I agree.
He is a dog. They both fought Umar. Sandhagen ended up losing by decision, but he showed flashes of great takedown defense, and he's good scrambling. So I think the only question is, can he handle Merab's pressure?
And I'm gonna say no, he can't. I don't see anyone beating Merab for a minute. Like, that dude is ruthless. Like,
I agree with you.
I think the best chance at the time was Umar, and then he made Umar look stupid. So, I mean, if Umar couldn't do it, I don't think Corey couldn't. MMA math, Corey couldn't beat Umar. Umar couldn't beat Merab. So technically, Corey shouldn't be able to beat Merab. So we'll see what happens. But I mean, on the feet, Corey is absolutely way more dangerous than Merab. So Merab needs to get it, do what he does best, and get it to the ground quick and get them takedowns.
Over or under 15 takedowns?
I kind of want to say under because I feel like once it's on the ground, Corey isn't going to immediately try to get back up because I feel like he's got confidence in his ground game and scrambles to kind of roll around down there for a while.
Or, sorry, I should rephrase it. Takedown attempts.
Oh, attempts? That's different now. Let me think.
Oh, okay. Now we're talking.
It's a 5-round title fight. You know what? I'll go over on the attempts. Because I can see Corey working his way back to his feet a lot, especially for 5 rounds.
Yeah, I think I'm going over as well.
How many did he have on Umar? How many attempts did he have on Umar?
Yeah, I'm about to look.
I gotta know. Because I know he took down Umar a lot, like way more than I thought he would too. So attempts in a 5-round fight.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be close.
It's gotta
I might be leaning towards the under just for the same reasons that Connor said. Like there might just be a lot of time just spent on the ground and 1 or 2 takedown attempts per round. And then once it's there, that's just where it stays. So I guess it depends on how many successful defenses there are. And then I also think into round 4 and 5, how many times are you going to stop a Merab takedown defense? Like what? I don't know. Might be like I'm feeling like 12 is potentially a good number for this. But Wade's about to make me look like an idiot.
All right, take your guesses about this.
Oh, it's got to be a ton.
27.
Okay, 27.
I'll go 24.
Ooh, okay. You know me. This is what they call it. The Price is Right math. I gotta go 25. Wade.
It might be more than that too.
Try doubling that. Yeah, 49.
No.
49. I take it back over.
Over 50.
Over.
Can we lock that in? Can we get those odds now for just?
There's no shot.
Oh my gosh.
Holy cow.
That's the relentless pressure of Merab. That is why it's so hard.
Crazy.
And Merab's big on like when he takes you down he won't follow you down there. He'll just throw you down and make you stand back up so he can throw you down again. He just does it over. It's just embarrassing almost like the way he does it.
It's like they call him Machine for a reason because he doesn't tire and he just takes you down and makes you work back up just to break your will.
It's different than the Khabib style. Khabib would always take people down and then tie the legs up and then just smother him down there and keep him with one takedown. He'll get the takedown at the beginning, hold you there the whole time. Merab will throw you down, kiss you on the back like he did Sean O'Malley and let you stand back up. So, yeah, he's different, man. Yeah, over 15.
Wow. How do you even train for that? You just have random teammates come in and shoot takedowns on you for an hour straight? Like, how do you simulate that?
That's exactly how you have to do it. You get fresh guys coming in over and over again. Fresh guys, so it's just like
the most exhausting, unfun camp you can have.
I can only imagine. Oh my gosh! So that would mean if you went by those stats that you would need to have, like, I'm trying to think how many shots per minute if in a 5 minutes. That's
like
10 per.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's 10 per.
Right, 5-minute fight. That's just under 10 per. That's crazy.
Yeah, 10 per round is wild.
To have the endurance to be able to
never
do that is just mind blowing.
He needs to be studied.
Literally.
Where's Fight Science? Yeah. I used to watch that Fight Science show all the time.
Yeah.
We need that for Merab.
I need a day in the life of Merab. I need to see what he's doing.
I bet it looks a lot like the montage Rocky IV.
He's
running in the snow, lifting logs.
Like that video of him jumping onto the frozen lake and he busts his head open. That is so funny. He's like,
Merab is crazy.
He's so funny.
Have you ever seen the video where O'Malley's like videotaping? He's like, look at this guy in the rain.
Yeah, and it's Merab. Yeah,
It's Merab. Merab has
Yeah.
a video of himself in the rain.
shadow boxing in the rain. Yeah,
Oh,
he's crazy. He's
dude,
so
he'd
goofy.
be an awesome friend to have.
Yeah, and then that means if he wins too, we'll get another classic Merab 30-minute post-fight speech every time. I
Yeah.
love you guys. Thank you guys. Over and over. Just it's so funny.
Yeah. So leading into the main event. Oh, actually, hold on. I had a trivia question too.
Oh, we're not gonna
For Merab.
It wasn't that math teaser.
No, it wasn't. He's got one of the longest active win streaks. You know how many wins he has?
Because I'm trying to think his last loss. I can't remember if that was his last one. Because there's the one, I think it's that Ricky Simone puts him in that guillotine. And he like goes out, but like he says he's not out, but he was out type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember how many fights has he had since then.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw out number 13.
I saw you
15.
Google that.
I did.
It is 13.
13.
Wow.
I was trying to count him in my head. I was like, Cerrito, O'Malley twice, Peter
That
Young.
that was the guess. That was a complete guess. No, I did not know that.
13. Wow.
Man.
Okay, well, follow-up question.
Yeah, that crap.
Back, no cheating. Who has the longest win streak in UFC history? See, look, he put his hands down. He's cheating.
Right? Yeah, I see that.
Would it technically be John Jones, or does his no contest screw that up?
Nope. John Jones has 13.
He also has 13.
Ooh.
Is it Silva or Aldo?
One of them.
It's one of them. I knew it. I knew it.
Silva.
Aldo.
Okay.
Which one is it? Wait, I don't know. One
You
of
gotta
those
pick
two.
one.
It's one of those two. It's Aldo.
Silva.
Ah!
Oh, dang it.
I knew it was
Silva.
one.
You know how many?
Googled it
How
again.
many he had? He had
17?
16.
Yeah, he beat the crap out of a lot of dudes back then.
In this era, do you know who was closest to coming to break that
In this
win streak?
era,
I'll give you a hint. It was a 170 welterweight.
a 171. Does George St. Pierre count as this era or no?
No.
Okay, I was too far back. 170 welterweight.
But George had 13, just so you know.
Okay, I was gonna say I knew he's up there. Welterweight.
Some would say he is
No.
the nightmare of his division.
No, well, the first person that comes to my mind is
Cody
the
Rhodes, right? Sorry, I'm ahead of myself.
I was gonna say Carlos Prates comes to my mind when you say that, but that doesn't make sense to me.
Totally CM Punk.
Would it help if I said he was?
Oh my God,
night-
Kamaru Usman.
Yeah.
How did I forget about Kamaru? Oh my God.
He had 15. Do you know who broke his streak?
Like
No.
who he lost to break his streak?
Yep.
Leon Edwards.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Last minute head kick after he dominated all 5 rounds.
I remember
He
watching
lost
that live. That was crazy.
it. Yep. It is insane.
Dang. I can't believe Kamaru Usman slipped my mind. I feel dumb. I just feel like I haven't seen him in so long. I know he had the Buckley fight, but Prime Usman was different.
Yeah, I forgot about his reign of terror there for a minute.
Yeah,
too.
he was beating the crap out of Jorge Masvidal and Colby Covington and stuff.
And then, okay, I got one last question, and it's who has the longest active win streak and with his next win could tie Silva.
With his next
Oh.
win, could tie Silva. Is it Islam?
It is Islam.
Yeah, I was gonna say he ain't lost in forever.
Yeah. So he's 15 straight wins. Next win ties. And that would be, who is he fighting?
Jack Della Maddalena for the
Yes, that's who.
welterweight title.
TBM.
That's gonna be fun.
Ooh, yeah, that's
Two
gonna be
more,
nice.
and he'll be the never seen 17 right there. I'm just gearing people up for the final segment of the show.
All right. Going into our main event, Ankalaev versus Pereira. Who do you have?
Pereira's going to get it back.
Hmm.
I think he's going to come. I think he's going to be a little bit more hungry. I think he's, I think he's going to come in. And he's going to pull the trigger. Kind of like what Connor, what you were talking about earlier before when we were talking about it before the show started. I think he's going to have that pull that trigger moment, and he's just going to fire. I don't think he's going to be as hesitant as he was in the first matchup. So that's why I think he's going to come out. He's going to have to watch those leg kicks. I remember early in the last fight that he was getting a lot of leg kicks done to him. So he's going to have to try to avoid those. But I do think he's going to come out on top on this.
Okay. Yeah, I think that he'll come out and actually fire this time. Partly because if you guys seen the video going around about how Alex was beefing with Ankalaev through Google Translate.
That video is so goofy.
What?
I didn't hear this.
They
Yeah,
obviously don't speak the same language. So
No,
he's like pressing Ankalaev and like talking into Google Translate. And,
they're like 2 feet away from each other, cussing at each other through Google Translate, back and forth.
That's
and
awesome.
So every reaction is delayed, and it's so funny, and it's so good. It's hilarious.
I think Alex or I can't remember which one it did, but it like translated like, I'm going to slap you in your face or something like that.
Yeah, it was so dumb. It's so good, though.
If you haven't seen that, go look it up.
It's hilarious.
I can't wait.
But I'm going to go Pereira. He gets it back. Yeah, I think he gets it. I'm going to say he gets it by TKO in the 4th round.
That's what I was thinking. 4th. Champion, he's still going to have to do it. He's going to have to finish him off in the championship rounds. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, how controversial do I want to be with this? Just because. You know what? Just to be different, let's say I'm going to say Ankalaev retains, and not only does he retain, he TKO finishes Alex Pereira. Because listen, Pereira needs to pull the trigger. He's going to try to pull the trigger. Everyone thinks Ankalaev is just another Dagestani wrestler. Check the record books. He knocks people out. Ankalaev's got hands. He can knock people out. I think Pereira's chin has always been kind of suspect. We've seen him get rocked multiple times. We've seen him get knocked out by Israel Adesanya. Granted, that was at 185, cut a lot of weight, whatever. I'm just to throw it out there, put that idea out there in case it does happen. We're going to come back to this moment. We're going to say Magomed Ankalaev knocks out Alex Pereira, or TKO knockout Alex Pereira round 3 to retain the title.
Not even the championship round.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Why not?
Take.
Why not? Someone's got to do it. Let's do it. I'm rooting for Alex Pereira. I will say that now, though. I would never root for Magomed Ankalaev, but
oh man, yeah, I'm gonna have to go. I'll go Pereira for multiple reasons, but mainly so that way we can go back to this moment and then we can have, just like Connor called it specifically, and we were all doubters, and then we will have a lot of fun revisiting that moment. So yeah, give me Pereira in the 5th.
Oh, okay.
Knockout, not a TKO, straight knockout.
Ooh.
Nice.
Going night.
All right, one last question to wrap up this card. Do you think if Pereira wins this belt that he entertains the idea of becoming the solo man in history to go win the belt in 3 divisions.
Oh, we're back here again, aren't we? I knew we'd come back to this again someday. What do you guys think? I don't know.
Yes. Why not? Why not try for it? I feel like, though, if he wants to do it, he's got to defend his belt first. He's got to defend. To me, he needs to defend the light heavyweight. Once he does that, then he can jump up to heavyweight and fight there. I think at his age, that would be the best bet to do anyway. He's 38, going to be 39 soon. Defend it once, jump up to heavyweight, and do it. I think that's what he should do and how he should do it.
I mean, you're right, but I don't know.
I would say either, no matter how this fight goes, I could see it being his last light heavyweight fight and then doing the rest of his stuff at heavyweight. Because say he wins and gets the belt back, he already beat Yuri twice. He's beaten Jan Blachowicz. He's beaten Khalil Roundtree. He's beaten Jamal Hill. He's beaten most of the top guys. And if they made him defend it one more time, it would probably be Carlos Ulberg. I could see them throwing Ulberg in there. But say, and then even if what I said happens and he loses, and I could see him going up to heavyweight as well. But I do believe if he goes up, say he wins, goes up to heavyweight, challenges Tom Aspinall, because I do think Tom Aspinall will beat Cyril Gane. I don't think Cyril Gane's that good. If he fights Tom Aspinall, Alex Pereira, I have no faith in him to beat Tom Aspinall. I think Tom Aspinall would beat Alex Pereira.
Yeah, I think that's a tall order for Tom. Like, for Alex to beat Tom.
Yeah. I think Tom would take him down and do what he wants with him on the ground.
Mm-hmm. I think for him to get that, it has to not be Tom as a champion.
He'd hope for literally anyone else.
I would like to see how strong Alex gets when he goes to the heavyweight, though. I want to see where his strength is at before I would really want to judge that.
I also like to see his cardio at heavyweight too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good point too. Like how many fights does he have to have at heavyweight before he gets a title fight, or is it his first fight? If he's up is a title fight.
If he retains or not retains but wins the belt back, he wouldn't have to. He could just go straight to the title.
He just go straight to it.
If not, I could see them.
There's not a whole lot going on in the heavyweight division.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
he wins that belt.
Well, we can thank John Jones for that one.
Thank you. You said it. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Well, also, just like that division is not deep.
It's not, but
because it's been held hostage waiting for one guy to decide he wants to come back and fight, and so they didn't put any effort into building new stars in that weight class.
He wants to come back, but he only wants to come back for one card.
He wants to come back because now he can't, because he's a man-child, and he's been told no. Now it's what he wants to do.
He wants to come back to the White House card. And speaking of the White House card, this is a great transition, okay? Have you guys seen the plans of what it's going to look like?
Dude, that's sick.
So this is the plan. And so supposedly the fighters are going to be walking out of the Oval Office.
Warming up in the Oval Office is wild.
So they're going to be doing the weigh-ins at the Lincoln Memorial, as you can see in the top left over here.
You'll get your hands wrapped in the Lincoln bedroom.
You know, exactly. You know, and then they're going to walk out. But look at that dome. You can't tell me that's not going to look spectacular, though.
Yeah, if they pull this off, oh my God.
America 250.
Yeah. I mean, it's got like it does look cool, and then it's hard for me to think about like that's the White House and there's gonna be like they're gonna use it as a locker room. And like so there's part of it, it's like it does look cool and it appeals to me because I'm already a wrestling fan and a second generation carny. So for me it's like, oh yeah, dude, this is cool. Just throw some lights up there, brother. We'll do a show wherever. But there is part of me that's like, oh, this feels like something you would have seen in a satire like 20 years ago. But here we are. I mean, I'm here for it. I guess it's probably a once in a lifetime thing. That is what I'll say. I hope it's a once in a lifetime thing. I don't think we need to be doing this every year.
Yeah, this is a once in a lifetime thing only because Trump is in office.
That is true. That is true.
But no other president was going to entertain this idea.
But
Never.
I do think this could be a good tradition to have fights on 4th of July, just not on the White House lawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
You know?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I thought you had me there in that first half. I was like, what are you about to say, dude? But yeah, you're there. Okay.
Yeah. Fights on the 4th, just not in the front lawn.
And you have
the
Joey
White House.
Chestnut on the prelims, so you get to see like both sides of Americana. You have the World Championship hot dog eating contest, followed by the greatest MMA athletes in the world. I think that is a great way to celebrate our independence.
Oh, shoot. So I'm excited about that one. Right? But that also then leads us to everyone's favorite segment here. That is the Wrestling Minute.
Hey, yo, Wrestling Minute time. Well, Connor, we've got another week before we've got Crown Jewel, but we do have a couple of matches that we know about. And one of them that we know about is off the back of the Triple Threat Women's Championship match on SmackDown. And it's been getting a lot of attention for multiple reasons, one of which is the nasty gash that Jade Cargill got on her face, courtesy of one Nia Jax, and then also a botched pin attempt. Right, exactly. She's got a bit of a history of doing that. So what were your thoughts on that whole thing, man?
I have a running gag of Nia Jax jokes with my dad, which I think is hilarious. I love making fun of Nia Jax. I act like she's my favorite wrestler ever because it's so funny. I mean, there's some people that like they always talk about like you can have a good wrestler and they can carry someone else. But when you put two people that need carried together, that doesn't work usually. So when you have someone like Nia Jax who's sloppy, unsafe, and then you have someone like Jade Cargill who's still looks the part but is still pretty green when it comes to wrestling, you're bound to have something happen with the two. So it was bound to happen with those two going at it.
Yeah, no matter how good you think Tiffany is, and she does some incredible things, yeah, it's hard to make up for that. That's where tag team matches usually come in. You know, normally you'd have Jade and Nia on opposite ends of a tag team so that two people who could work would keep things going a little bit better.
They never interact. They're over here. They don't touch each other. They don't.
Yeah, they've got one big like flapjack spot or something,
and
a spine buster, something that gets the crowd going that you can learn relatively quickly. That whole thing was insane. So guys, if you didn't see it, Nia Jax threw Jade Cargill head first into the steel steps and
gashed her.
It looked like she had a third eyebrow. Like that's how, like if you want to see the size of it, like ooh. I'm glad I saw the photo in black and white because I don't know if I could have handled it in full in living color.
Was that not supposed to happen? Was I take it not to throw her into that? Was that? Not?
Yeah, normally I think only Brock Lesnar does hard ways these days. Like he'll be the guy who's like, take the turnbuckle pad off and I'll smack my forehead into the bolt and just cut myself. But
I'm sure she was supposed to hit the steps, but not like that.
Yeah, usually you throw them shoulder first, not head first, so they can, slam, hit a different part of the body. So that was.
But then again, it's Nia Jax, so you got to expect the opposite of what's supposed to happen.
Maybe she's just making another star. Hey, when she broke Becky Lynch's nose,
that's
put a rocket on her back. So maybe she was like, "Hey, Jade, listen, I don't do this for everybody.
I'm gonna rough you up a little bit, but you're gonna be a star.
I'm gonna make you a star, kid."
Horrible.
You're just gonna have to sit at home for a couple weeks. Maybe wear a mask when you come back. We'll do a bit. And so there was also, interestingly enough, you mentioned Jade being a little green, and sometimes it seems like she might have a little bit of heat backstage. And someone had posted that the botched pinfall attempt, there was a moment, guys, as you have seen before, where there was supposed to be a breakup of the pinfall triple threat match. So not supposed to be a kick out. Somebody's supposed to come interfere, and that was missed. Tiffany Stratton missed it, and so then it looks like Nia just doesn't kick out. So the person who already, as Connor and I have mentioned, rightfully in most cases gets a lot of slack for not knowing what she's doing. It makes her look really bad when you don't show up and break up the 2 count, and she's not supposed to kick out. And so then the ref has to, flub the count or whatever. And anyway, so someone posts it saying that, oh, that's on Tiffany Stratton. She was supposed to be there. And of, social media, it's just nothing, right? You don't pay too much attention to that stuff. But one of the people who liked the post was Jade Cargill. So she was just out front with, yeah, totally not my fault, dude.
Yeah. Well, what I know about the wrestling business, like I said, my dad was a professional wrestler ever since I was a little kid. So what I know is when that happens, the ref, they're supposed to count to 3. You count it. I mean, even though it's not in the plans, that's not on you. You count to 3. So it saves you for having a weird, awkward moment like that. So should have counted 3.
Yep, and then we would have had a very interesting crown jewel matchup.
Yeah,
that would have been no time to fix it. And in that chaos, that's what makes pro wrestling beautiful, right? It's like
absolutely
from the stuff that didn't quite go right, especially when The Rock decides to show up. They do their best work trying to clean up his mistakes. But I mentioned Jade Cargill maybe coming back with a mask to cover up that scar in the short term. And that brings me to the other question I had for you, Connor. Speaking of masked characters, the Los, look at me, guys. I know Spanish very well. Los Americanos showed up as a tag team. So what started as definitely not Chad Gable in a mask.
Somebody else.
Is now a completely different character who also has 2 of his own cronies. It plays a little bit into the comedy side, but at least Ludwig Kaiser himself is, I think, a great worker in the ring. So what are your thoughts on that whole gimmick? Do you think it was a good idea to have his 2 stooges come out as their own tag team?
I think it's hilarious. I love comedy acts. I love heel comedy acts even more. So I think that's great. I think they should just keep doing it and just keep having more of them. There should just be an unlimited amount of El Grande Americanos. I think it would be the funniest thing ever. Like, they're everywhere you look, there's another one. I think it's great. I love that stuff. I think they should keep running it. And I'm curious to see what they do when Chad Gable, or not Chad Gable, comes back. Whatever you want to call it, comes back. When the OG comes back, how they're going to collide with the new goons that they got running around. So
I like that. I agree. I especially look forward to when the original guy comes back. But I had the same feeling or the same thought that you did. It really reminded me in a way of Doink the Clown back in the day, to be like, oh yeah, he's just gonna have another masked dude pop out of the ring, and you're just not gonna be able to deal with that. So.
They had a whole Survivor Series team back in the day of Doinks. It was just all Doinks. They could just do that. All the Survivor Series is coming up. All El Grande Americanos versus whoever. Yeah,
the LWO versus Grande Americanos.
Yes, dude, that would be hilarious. I am so down for that.
With a little Dom Mysterio interference. That writes itself. You're welcome, Paul, Mr. H.
Yeah, there
you're
you
welcome
go.
for that one.
Look it up.
So that's all I had. Do you have any thoughts on the upcoming Crown Jewel pay-per-view now that we've got at least 3 matches locked in?
I mean, Crown Jewel, we know what it's there for. It's there for the Saudi money and stuff. I don't really care for it as much because, like, I'm not the biggest fan of doing champ versus champ stuff, because at the end of the day, one of them's got to win, one of them's got to lose. That makes one of them look better than the other, which means one belt looks better than the other. So I've never been a fan. I loved it when WWE was split, Raw on one, SmackDown on the other, and they hardly ever collided unless it was like the Rumble or Survivor Series or Mania. Like, I liked it when there's no crossover, because it felt like 2 separate shows were going on. Now, you see the crossover all the time, and then now we're doing champ versus champ stuff. I'm not the biggest fan of that, but it's going to be good matches, because that means we get, Cody Rhodes and Rollins and stuff like that. So it'll be good matches, but I just feel there's no not as much of a point or a plot to it as it would be as them two defending their titles against somebody, but it'll be a fun match. Stuff like that's always fun, so I'm still gonna watch it at the end of the day.
Same. And I will just mention this, guys, before we wrap here at the Wrestling Minute. I found myself smiling as I watched a segment of Raw where, wouldn't you know it, to build this Cody Rhodes Seth Rollins match, they did what your two favorite wrestling marks suggested merely 7 days ago. They just did some voiceover narration and then played the highlights. All they did, the two of them barely need to be in the ring together. You've got years of footage. Just show it to me and play cool music.
It's that
it's
easy.
So easy.
It's so easy. That's just how they should, like you said, there's no need to build those two up. There's so much history. Let's not act like it's not there. Just use it. Use it.
Right. Yeah, you've got all this. Give us a reason to go back and watch some of this endless content that you have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, give me a reason to go back and watch a WrestleMania from 5 years ago and stuff like that.
Watch that Hell in a Cell where Cody's pec is just dark purple and he just beat Rollins every single time, which I wasn't a big fan of him beating him every time, but it was Cody coming back. He was going to beat everyone. He was on his Super Cena stuff when he came back.
Yeah, he came back as a Homelander.
Yeah, literally.
Well, that wraps it, I think, for the Wrestling Minute here, gang. Thank you as always, for hanging out with us while we mark out. And shout out to everybody in the chat.
Absolutely. So, with that being the end of the show, Connor, where can they find you?
You guys, as always, every Wednesday on here, especially come back next Wednesday when my vision is correct and Alex Pereira gets knocked out by a Magomed Ankalaev.
As he roots for Pereira.
I'm going to feel like such a villain if I'm right. I'm going to feel evil. But I am rooting for Alex Pereira. But yes, you guys can catch me every Wednesday here with the boys talking wrestling, MMA, whatever it is we feel like talking about. And then, as always, follow me on Instagram for anything to do with me, whether that's fight news or whatsoever, at i.am_Connor Smith. And I'll see you guys next Wednesday.
Yep. Kev?
Well, for the indefinite short-term future, you can find me right here in this chair cutting up the footage from BPW Cataclysm. I'm very excited. About to drop the commentary here tonight and tomorrow, so that will be out. I will say this: we have some work to do on Saturday, and I have another event on Sunday. But I should have it out at the latest by next Monday. But you should be seeing those videos come out later this week, with the full event, of course, being there as well. So a lot of cool matches. It was an incredible one. They really put us to work. All three of us, Wade, Zach, and myself. Zach and I run all over the place, and Wade looked like Bruce Almighty answering emails the way he had to work those 1s and 2s. So that was a lot of fun. So be here for that. Otherwise, check me out over on the Dweeb channel where James and I are posting videos Monday through Friday.
Yes, and as always, you catch Wade and I right here Wednesdays. And then make sure to check us out on CarnageMediaPPV.com, where you can see all of our upcoming shows, just like this weekend, October 4th, Ruthless Made Promotion, round 12, tournament styles. We're going to have split screens. You're going to be able to watch them all at once. 40 fights. I'm excited. It's going to be a good night. Then after that, we've got some stuff coming up in boxing and kickboxing here for Carnage Fight Series with Carnage Fight Series Ring Wars, where we will have some pro boxing and some amateur kickboxing for you. I know Kevin's excited about that because we get to come right back to kickboxing, his favorite stuff. So, and then don't forget, in December, we'll have Carnage Fight Series 5. It's going to be wonderful as well. Fights before Christmas. Can't wait. And can't forget, we've got Connor Smith over here who's going to be, I don't know, you going to be commentating or are you going to be cornering for October 25th for Ego Fight Series?
Ego Fight Series, I will be on the commentary booth with my fellow teammate, Kyle Bargy, the BCM Promotions Bantamweight champion, and my dad. It's going to be the best commentary team ever. I love those guys. You know, I love going back and forth with them. A lot of Kev, you're gonna love it because with us three, it's gonna be a lot of pro wrestling references. I'm assuming. On
Let's
that being
go,
said.
dude. Yeah, I'll be taking notes.
And we might get a little carried away, but it's gonna be a great night. Fun fights, great venue, great show, title fights as well. The more information I get, the more I will put it out there and let everybody know who's fighting who, what belts on the line, this and that. All the information, I'll get it out when I get it.
Sounds good. What about you, Wade?
Awesome. Yeah. As always, here's Wednesdays with you boys. If you want to check out any of the past events, check out our YouTube. We post all the fights there. And come hang out with us on Saturday, October 4th for Ruthless Made Promotions, round 12. You guys have a good night.